Hey, Dex Guides here. Welcome back to a new video. As you can tell probably from the title below, today we're going to have an open discussion about the question, is this the end of achievements? Are achievements getting too easy? And I have to give credit to the channel Maka91Productions for bringing this topic up in one of his recent videos. I'll leave a link in the description below to his channel and to the video that I'm talking about. But to bring you up to speed on what this was all about, a new game has just been released called A Winter's Daydream. Not a game that many of you have probably heard of, especially if you haven't seen Maka's channel. It's a Japanese storytelling game, which is basically a novel on your Xbox. All the achievements are story based, but all you need to do to progress on this game is press the A button on your controller or X in the PlayStation, and that'll progress the story. Even better, there's an option in the options that allows the text to auto-scroll. Basically, as you can see in the video in the background that I've got running at the moment, that is of this game, I'm literally doing nothing here and the game's just playing itself, which to a point, eventually I'll just have 1000G for letting that sit in the background. That's it. No moving around, no looking for clues, no really playing of a game. You're just reading a book on the Xbox and getting 1000G for it. You don't even have to read it, like I say, and you'll get that 1000G. So in light of that, that got Maka to pose the question if achievements are getting too easy, which is what I want to answer in this video. First things first, I suppose before delving into the discussion about if achievements are over, the first question that comes into my mind is if achievements were actually relevant in the first place. They don't have any real world value. They don't do anything, do they? I mean, they're literally just like numbers like likes on Facebook or upvotes on Reddit. Achievement score is just another magic number on the internet, isn't it? Nobody really cares about it except yourself. And while yes, in a sense, that is true, if you look at that point a little bit deeper, you realise that achievements actually do have a little bit of value. They have value to yourself, you the player. They give everyone playing a game an extra sense of accomplishment once a game is complete. And for that reason, they are relevant and should be put into every game, even when they are stupidly easy. They do nothing but add to a game. In all honesty, I'd even go one step further and say that the argument that they're just magic internet points is just completely wrong on every level. Huge communities have been built around achievements. You just have to look at Maka's sub count to see that to date he has 189,000 subscribers, creating almost only achievement guides on his channel. There's also achievement hunters like PS4 Trophies, who has 817,000 subscribers, and that's just to name two of many. I bet you could name many more, and if you could let me know who your favourite achievement or trophy creator is, I would really love to know. Let me know in the comments section down below. Many friendships have been developed with two or more random people coming together with the goal of just getting that one achievement on the game they're currently playing. I could even put money on the fact that marriages could have started on the premise of achievement hunting. But don't quote me on that one, because I don't actually have any evidence. I just know in my mind, if I had to put money on it, there's got to be at least one out there that started from two people who just came together to achievement hunt. The most interesting community that I kind of find that's appeared from achievement hunting is the competitive hunters. Those that come together to try and get the highest gamer score. But we're going to get onto them later in the video. So at this point, I think we've established the fact that achievements have a valid place in games. So now, can we talk about if easy achievements are killing off the whole point of achievement score in modern day? And I think, yes, we can. When doing some research into the topic, I found that the vast majority of people have stopped actually caring about achievements and trophies. To those people, they used to be something that was a major accomplishment, but now are just a burden in games, something that doesn't even get looked at. When the achievement pops, it's just a coincidence. They're not bothered at all, it's just that's good, isn't it? Now, I couldn't find any clear statistics on why this was the case that people found that, but I did seem to find that at least 50% of the cases, it was because the easy achievements that have appeared in games and that have just killed off the competition between friends. For every 80G achievement that's obtained for reaching 200 club appearances on FIFA, that's going to take you hours on end to achieve, there's a 90G achievement for starting the game up on Winter's Daydream, which is the game we're currently debuting on the screen at the moment. But there is a flip side to that. People who are trying to beat their friends can pay a few quid to buy games that will give them 1000G in minutes. And these are younger kids, maybe 13, 14, 15, who aren't really that tactically inept. They're just doing one-on-one against their friends. Whoever can get the highest maybe has like a £10 bet between them for a month's worth of game score. And in all honesty, who doesn't like boasting against their friends as they're ahead of them in any sort of competition, including game score? But to that I would say, how is that any different to a pay-to-win model? You aren't actually achieving anything. You're literally just buying your victory against your friends. You're not doing those hard grindy achievements to say, ha, look at me, I'm better than you at actually doing games. But is there a solution to this? Well, yes, there is actually. And that takes me to my earlier point about competitive achievement hunters. People in large communities who are playing against each other to get the best gamer score. These guys are interesting, as there is a group of people who put together a website called True Achievement, and they developed their own system to balance out achievement score to try to work out the true score of an achievement. To sum it up quickly, they basically have a formula to compare the amount of people who have got an achievement times the original worth of the achievement to get what's called a TA score. Personally, I love that method and think it really helps out the competitive community in stopping these types of games that you can complete in seconds ruining their hobby. It is a little bit of an issue still, as you can still get 1,000 TA score minimum by completing those games in minutes, but it doesn't ruin it as such, because you could do, the one I mentioned earlier was 200 games on FIFA, could be worth 1,000 rather than 80G, for example. This doesn't solve the problem entirely, because on your Xbox you still have the same gamer score, so if you're comparing one to one, there's still going to be one higher than the other, even though one could have done all easy games, one could have done really hard games, but it's the start of a solution of the problem. So, to sum up this whole thing up and answer the question directly, do I think this is the end of achievements? No. I personally think that easy achievements on games are cancer to the gamer score community, that add nothing to help the community and ruin the fun for everyone who was originally competing to get the best score. The only people that help is the rich kid at the back of the school classroom who can buy all of the games that give him easy score in the fastest time. I personally don't think that these achievements themselves add anything to their specific games, and they aren't fun, and they essentially make the gamer score a pay-to-win model. What do I think developers could do with that? Well, I think basically, if your game takes less than an hour to complete, achievements shouldn't be on that game. There should be a non-achievement related game where you put out on the store, they can play their games. I think that should be a test that Xbox does themselves or Microsoft does themselves. And if they find a game takes less than an hour, they should just strip the achievements from it and just make it a game without achievements. Realistically though, that's never going to happen. The games that do this, where they've got 1,000G in 5-10 minutes, maybe even an hour, are going to get hundreds of sales just purely from people who were trying to get that 1,000G quickly, whether they're doing tournaments, competitions with friends, anything. They're going to get hundreds of sales just from people solely who want the gamer score, which, like I mentioned before, is a pay-to-win model. And for that reason, I know that developers are never going to actually take that opportunity to remove the achievement, because it's practically free money. The people playing the game aren't enjoying the game, but that doesn't matter because the money is transferred from their bank account into the developer's bank account, and Microsoft takes a little bit of money from that as well. So they're never going to step in and say, look, you can't do that, because at the end of the day, if we're talking back to basics, achievement score is just a number. It doesn't actually cost Microsoft anything to do. So if they're going to get money from it, of course they're just going to keep rolling it out and telling developers, yeah, no problem. If you want to make a game that's going to take 5 minutes to complete and sell it, you go ahead. We're all going to make money from it. And that's just the way it's going to be. But that doesn't mean I think achievements are over. In fact, it's the opposite. Personally, I think that achievements are, as I've just said, a personal thing. I don't think it matters to the individual person what their actual achievement score is, and it's actually more a psychological thing of hitting that 100% completion. So when they're playing their favourite game, they know that when they've completed the game, once they get all of the achievements, they've hit a level that the developers said and defined that this is the actual end point. You've done everything that I want you to do in that game to mark that as complete. So for that reason, I think achievements are alive and well. But I'd love to know your opinion in the comment section down below. I would love to know what you think, whether you think achievements are dead. And if you do, I'd like to know whether you think it's because achievements are getting too easy. I've been Dex. If you've liked this video, please let me know by clicking the like button down below and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!